right, so number 5 on my list is probably one of the most popular games, and maybe I'll have to explain why it's so low on my list. But next up is Super Smash Brothers. Just thinking about that commercial brings memories back. What makes this game nostalgic to you?
Number one, you already mentioned it, the commercial. That commercial, when I was a kid, I was like, what is this? Mario and Yoshi and Donkey Kong all skipping in the field, all being happy to this happy song. Like, oh, man, everything's so good. And then they start beaming after that. Clotheslining each other, tripping each other. Like, what's going on? And the song was so catchy.
Mind explosion.
Together, and it was great. That's probably one of the few real advertisements of a game that just sold me on a game. I was just like, I gotta get that game.
I gotta get it.
And yeah, because I think that was probably the deciding factor. I mean, back then it was a lot of games I decided via Nintendo Power was what I would read about them before they came out, and I would decide on them. And I think it had a fair amount of articles in that, but I really think it was that commercial that sold it to me.
I mean, that's all we had, and with that game, I think that's all you needed.
Yeah. So obviously, this is a game that spawned many other, in my opinion, much greater games.
Right.
Unlike Mario Party 1, I think that all of the later Super Smash Bros. Games are much better than this game, and this is definitely not my favorite of the series. But it started it all, and it started in our core group of friends, one of the strongest and most played game series that we've ever played.
Yeah, I think we played the game, you know, like, as more, maybe possibly more than any other game, and then that led to the whole series. So Melee became our most played game, Brawl became our most played game, and I think that's one thing that kind of harms the nostalgia of this game is that you look back and you remember playing it and it was awesome, but every game is just better. You have more characters, more maps, more balance, and so I think that's where this game gets kind of hurt in a nostalgic sense, in that each game is just a better version of this. But like you said, it's kind of hard to beat. Like the first time you're playing on the Pokemon level, and this is like Pokemon in 3D basically. The closest thing you had to Pokemon in 3D was Pikachu fighting Jigglypuff on the Pokemon level with the Pokemon theme playing, and then you throw a Pokeball item for the first time and you're like, what? They're like, and everything's just crazy. We played with items all the time back then. And I think like that Pokemon level, when like the Pokemon also come out of the door, and that was always like really intense. Whenever that happened, you never know when it was going to happen. And I think basically, I remember playing a lot on the Hyrule level, because I think at one point we did try to play like, oh, the other levels, no, they're too, there's too much craziness going on. I think we ended up playing on Hyrule a lot, but later on, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think we play a lot of Hyrule and a lot of Star Fox.
Right, Star Fox.
Sector Z, I think is.
Yeah, Sector Z, yeah.
I think we played that a lot. I mean, I do remember back in the day, I think the Pokemon stage was by far our favorite stage. And that actually, I think, factors into a fair amount of the nostalgia for this game. Is when this game came out, we were still very big into Pokemon. I think
that's true.
Me and all the core group of friends, we all love Pokemon. We watched the anime, so we loved Pikachu and Jigglypuff. I mean, Jigglypuff much less so, but the Pokemon level and the balls you can throw with Blastoise coming out, the Electrode. I'm pretty sure it was Electrode, not a Voltorb. But
yeah,
the door
I think so.
Exploded, and like you'd always try to throw people into that and hope they'd get hit. That was a great level, and that was definitely one of the best things about that. But like you were saying, yeah, it's one of those games to me personally that it's so hard to go back to. I feel that in some ways it hasn't held up purely because how good Melee and Smash 4 are, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They just are so good games that they just outshine it by so much that it's really hard to go back and play it with so little mechanics, and it's so slow, in my opinion. Throws are just so overpowered.
The throws.
Throws is a big.
You don't even realize until you go back.
It's like certain characters you only finish with the throw. You play Donkey Kong or like Fox, you finish with the throw.
It's like, what is? Oh, I actually reminds me. I think the Donkey Kong level started on that one, right? That was a good level too.
That was a great level.
That was a great level.
Our classic King of the Hill.
Oh.
Donkey Kong level.
Okay.
We had that little island. That would be, I think, our or I'm pretty sure it started in that game.
No. You're
I
thinking
started
of
Melee.
Melee. Yeah, I'm thinking of the.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
with
that's
the game, I'm telling you. The Melee was too much better.
But I mean, I think it had the Donkey Kong level with the barrel underneath.
Oh, it did.
And so like that, yeah, it's a good level. And then when they brought it back, I was really happy about that they brought that level back in later games.
They had some classic levels. It was good.
Yeah,
I mean, the
it was.
Kirby stage was obviously classic.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a crazy game at the time. It's just like I could play Fox. Fox was my character back in the day.
Yeah, I played Link. Yeah.
And you played Link, and it would just be a lot of games of Fox vs. Link. A lot. But yeah, we started in the beginning, completely casual.
Right.
Playing with all items. I think we played for a while, like with just a lot of Pokeballs. Just Pokeballs only. I think it was a mode for a while.
Probably, yeah.
I actually don't remember. I think Apple Switch was in that game.
Yeah,
I can't even.
I think it was, but it was more limited. So it was like no items,
I think it was
bombs,
off items. There was no like low, medium, high.
No, there might have been like a couple different modes or something.
I remember one time we played a 99 lives hammer match.
Oh my goodness.
Hammers only. And then we got to about like 81 lives. We only died like 18 as right. This is gonna take so long.
This is a bad idea, guys.
This is terrible. Terrible idea.
I think I remember a couple of those. Those are pretty good. So yes, that's why it's number 5 on the list. Great game. Had to include it, of course, but I put it down there. I put it down towards the bottom to show exactly what it means. So there's some other games out there.